Alrighty, so this is going to be a VOD review for a team in the Overwatch Uni League called Bonobo Squad. I'm not 100% sure what rank they all are. However, I I need to ask them actually. I'm actually in a Discord chat with them right now. Alright. So let's start off. From what I remember, they are on defense right now. Alright. Okay, so 3.8k average. So just around Masters. Okay. The first thing that I want to point out to you guys is look at the comp on the offense. I'm not 100% sold on it, but we'll have to see. They do have a Mercy Ana, however, I'm not a huge fan of the Mercy. The reason why I'm not a huge fan of the Mercy is because Mercy doesn't have as much survivability as a Lucio, for example. And Pharah can be kept alive by Ana pretty well, so like Ana just outclasses Mercy in so many ways, but we'll just have to see how they play around it. It's pretty standard right now. It's a shield battle. I actually do have a comment to make about your setup right now. Right now, you guys are all set up right around here, and they are all on top right now. Thing is, when the offense goes up top like that, you gotta actually fall back to boxes, and actually hold up like right around here. The reason why you do that is because it's a really bad idea to stand right below them like that, and it makes it just a lot easier for a Roadhog to hook you. So that's just like the first thing that you want to look out for. And like that, their Roadhog hooks you guys. So like I said, first thing you should have done was when they went up top like this, you should have all collectively backed up and held right by boxes right here. That's the first thing you should have done. See how this fight plays out. Okay, so your Ana actually lives, so that's good. Your D.Va actually bops out their D.Va. I'm not sure what happens to their D.Va. I guess the camera guy alt-tabbed for a second. Okay, I wasn't able to see too much of what happened because the alt-tab. I should rewatch that quick. Okay, so your D.Va is gonna jump up here and boop them off, which is a good thing to do. So their D.Va then drops up here, and your supports do the right thing and exit out there. However, nobody went on that D.Va at all. The D.Va was never contested at all, and all of you guys spread out during that fight. Let me pull together an example, like the exact example. Like for example, the D.Va jumps over here. I think both of your supports are in here, and there's two people on point, and there's one person, and there's your Ana's in here, one person's over here, two people are on point. Like the three of you are all split up right now. I'm not sure who's back here. I think if that's the Roadhog, your Roadhog's out of position right now. He actually should be over here by your team. Your Ana is more okay to be over here, but you need to be able to protect her if she's being contested, and she is being contested right now. And you all just individually just get picked off from that because you were all spread out. So that's just pretty. That's just pretty standard from them. They so and again they're running triple tank with a Pharah and a Mercy. So the thing is, like, when you fight against this comp, you could actually switch to double hit scan. You could. It'd be perfectly fine for you to get a McCree soldier or something like that. That would actually be really viable against this comp. The Roadhog's okay, but I think McCree would be a lot more McCree would be a lot more consistent. And your Reinhardt just like staggered himself right there. You guys weren't gonna take that. So 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 yeah, and because you guys went to retake it and you weren't actually able to get on the point, they're all just gonna wipe you and they're gonna delay you. So again, that wasn't a good call right there. You should honestly have just been setting up in the streets phase. And again, you guys are all split up right now. The thing is, when you guys are split up like this, all of you that were over here or over here just immediately back up to spawn because you aren't gonna live over here. Like they are all they are all rushing you right now, and you're just gonna die. You should have just backed up and waited for the team to regroup because like a 4v6 is you're not gonna win that. So yeah, you are giving them a ton of push space. They're probably by the time you next engage them, they're probably gonna push the cart like right up here or something. So you basically just from that you gave them all of this free space. You just gave them basically more than half of the street space. Okay. Okay, so you are all grouping up for the next push. All right. That nano boost was not needed on this Devo right here, because when you use nano boost, you want to actually use it on the full team, because you'll get more out of it. If you're just gonna use a nano boost up here against like a Pharah and a Mercy, who honestly, if they're smart, they're just gonna fly away. And this diva should honestly just like keep this diva occupied. So that was not a good nano boost right there. And another thing you should be keeping in mind is, oh, okay, so you're all grouped up here. The thing you should be keeping in mind right now is what ults do they have. So you pretty much right now, you should know that they have Res, and you should know that they have Res and Pharah. Like, Res, Pharah, and Nano, because those are the ones that should be charged up the most quickly on this team. Then you should also know that the Hog and Diva haven't used their ults in a while. So let's take a look at your ults right now. You have Visor, Hog, and Bomb. And you're about to have Earthshatter. What I would say, if you're going to try to win this next engagement, what I would suggest is breaking the shield with the Hog, getting an Earthshatter, and and follow up on that. But the thing is, you should always make sure that the Mercy is either in that Earthshatter or like dead or something like that, because you know that she has res. And they just wipe you again. You guys all grouped up right here, but I don't feel like you had a game plan by then. You guys all just grouped up right here, and they just had easy pickings on you. You didn't engage them that time. So let's look at what they used. They used Nano, Hog, Diva, and Pharah. So they actually used a crap ton of ults during that. They just blew 4 ults. And you should also know by now that you're gonna have Shatter, and you should also know that they have Shatter and Res. Let's see what ults you have once you guys all respawn. You probably are not gonna be able to retake this, or it's gonna be really close. No, you're not. Honestly, you guys should just be like running this way. Or you did have time. And you guys did get a really good Earth Shatter, so that was actually a really good engagement. I take that back for that you shouldn't have engaged them. Yeah, this Reinhardt should die, and then that Ana should die next. So that's good. You guys used Shatter and Diva Bomb. I know that. And I believe that last fight you used. The fight before that you used Hog, Visor, and Nano. So you guys only have Lucio ult. So what I would suggest is holding like right around here and just kind of like really playing super defensively. You want to try to contest this card as long as possible, because when you actually no, I take that back. They don't have any ults right. They don't have any ults right now, and they just switched to a Tracer and Lucio. So I take that back. If they're gonna run Tracer, they should switch to Hog to Zarya. The Zarya and Tracer have a really good synergy and stuff, and it makes it a lot better as like a really quick engage comp. That's why Zarya would be better for them. So let's see what they do. So actually, you guys do have an ult advantage right now. Not by much. You only have Lucio ult, and to be honest, Lucio ult doesn't do you much. It just kind of saves you when they engage you. So you guys do have ult advantage, so you can play slower. What is their Lucio doing? Okay, so they are all coming in through main, and they are deciding to go in through that side room. So you guys are doing the right thing. You're gonna rotate over. Your diva has no place to be right here, because if you notice, they have a Roadhog. If your diva doesn't get hooked right now, that Roadhog isn't doing his job. I can guarantee you she's gonna get hooked. Yep, there she does. And she immediately dies. You guys honestly just made this a 5v6 just because your diva went there. Not a good play from her. Right, so they take them down. You guys sound barrier. And you're probably gonna lose this fight. Just play on cart right now. Honestly, just like play on cart, stall as long as you can. Try to take off as much time. And they're going to capture the point. So honestly, your diva had no reason to. Your diva had no reason to fly out here, because you generally don't want to engage them or try to stall their cart when you don't have like numbers advantage or you don't have full 6. The only time that's the exception is when it's overtime and this is like their second chance and the cap is like right here or something. But other than that, your diva had no reason to get in there. She's probably gonna die right now. Yeah, she does. So your diva dies. You all just kind of back up, and you should be backing up. You have no reason to engage them, so that's good. Does a spectator have is that like the Korean or Japanese voice lines? I don't know. Okay. Okay, so your diva is asleep right now. Your diva again is gonna get Roadhog hooked or something like that. With how aggressive your diva is playing, actually no, this is fine, I guess. Okay. Alright, so you nano Roadhog on them, but you get Earth Shattered. Y'all get really split up right there. Okay, I know what went wrong there. I'm gonna go over this in slow motion. Why that fight was lost. First things first is they have ult advantage right now. It's not a huge ult advantage, but they have ult advantage. So basically, your diva, or right now your diva's up top and she gets put asleep. Your soldier as well is on top, and 4 of them are on cart. So that means that their Ana and their soldier are up here. So, okay, so their Ana and their soldier up here, and your diva and soldier up here. This can actually be a really good position for you guys because your diva can actually just like stand in this doorway right here, just hold her right click. And to be quite honest, like, I mean, that's just ideal, but she is put asleep, and I believe they actually engage you right as they get put asleep. Okay, so you guys kind of move in a little bit. Diva goes back up. Okay. So, let's back up a little bit. Okay, so. Yeah, so to be quite honest, like that fight, you just got out-ulted. There wasn't too much differently you could have done, except for the fact that when your Roadhog started pushing up with his ult, you could have helped him out quicker. However, there was a Diva Bomb right here, so I don't blame you for having a Reinhardt stand like right here. So yeah, so like their Reinhardt just backed up and ulted you guys from here. Like they just simply outplayed you. And they also used a ton of ults there. So they just used 3 ults, I believe. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, they just used 3 ults, and you guys just used 2 ults. So, let's see what happens. Are you guys gonna get there in time? Okay, you guys get a Earth Shatter, and they still wipe you. I didn't see too much of like focusing of targets. You guys just kind of ran on there. However, like it was like this close, but even in that situation, like you need to be focusing the same targets. And also, I can't hear your comms right now, so I can't tell if there even was target focusing. Okay, so so during that first round, you all here were the major mistakes that you made. One is individual mistakes. Those always happen. Individual mistakes. So those are always going to happen. The only thing you do to try to stop those is to keep them to a minimum. But like for example, it's more just like position, and that's like probably the biggest thing. Number 2 is lack of engagement. For a few fights on your defense, you guys just kind of stood there on point and waited for them to attack you or something. Like the only few times that you actually won the fight were when you actually took the fight to them, and when you like wrecked them from that. So you could have so there were a few engagements there where you could have engaged them earlier. So lack of engage. So I'm gonna put E and G. Engage. Or engage earlier. Then finally, number 3. It's actually about to start. So let's just take a look at your comp quickly. It's just standard. They also have triple tank Torp Symmetra. So That's also sort of standard comp on this map. Okay, so you guys decide to go through alley. This can actually be a smart play because the turret will always be there. Like 95% of the time the turret is going to be here. However, if this Torb is smart, he's actually going to move the turret like over here. Like the very second he sees you go this way, their Torbjorn should like move the turret like over here, here, not there, but you know, just like he wants to kind of put the turret on the opposite side, because to be quite honest, like the turret should never be on like close to the enemy when they engage. The turret should always be like on the opposite side of the point and just be dealing damage and stuff on there. So let's see what he does with that. Actually, you guys decide to go high ground. Actually, that is a highlight. So never mind. You actually decide to go high ground. Now I'm sort of okay with this. It's not too bad. However, if they are smart, I believe actually they're going up on Cafe, which is interesting. They would actually usually back up to like here or something. Is the turret still there? I'm not sure. But they would, like I said to you guys, they would usually back up to here. But it is sort of valid to back up to Cafe. However, I haven't seen that too much this meta. I know in past metas, like especially Beyblade meta, it was actually pretty standard to hold up here. So, or like I believe it was actually very beginning of this meta, people would actually pull up here. I don't exactly remember. Okay, so they decide to hold there. Now the thing is, you can actually play patiently right now, because if you notice what they have, wait, do they? Okay, so the Torbjorn's here. The turret is actually still here. So the Torbjorn actually right now should just be building his turret right here, because I believe that the Torbjorn is like shooting his pellets over here, and he has a turret. He might be doing more damage than your soldier. I'm not sure about that. Don't quote me on that, but I believe that's how it is. So if he doesn't do that, and you don't notice him doing that, you can honestly just stay up here and play Shield War. The very second their shield breaks, you just jump on point. That's one thing you can do. Okay, so okay, so you guys actually decide to go through this, which I actually agree with, because this actually gives you more cover, and it also like puts you like right around here, and you can immediately go after the turret. However, right now, not every single one of you actually went down there. If you wanted to actually go down here, you should have actually all like sped down there as a group, because I noticed like 3 of you are over here. Your Ana is way out of position. Your Ana has 0 reason to be right here, because she's all out in the open. Your Roadhog is trying to kill the turret, and I think last time I saw your D.Va like went this way or something. Don't quote me on that, but you guys are all over the place. If you notice, like you could actually just like draw a star where everybody is, when in reality, when in reality, I do like this play where you all went down here. You should have all gone down there and just kind of deathballed on this point right here. Make the defense jump down. Kind of switch spots with them. Okay, so your D.Va is actually over here. Yeah, that's kind of expected of what happened there. Your Ana and I knew your Ana for 100% was gonna die because she was way out of position. Your who was this? Reinhardt as well, I think died over here as well because he got engaged. So yeah, they just kind of swarmed you from there. they have the advantage and you guys are grouping up right now. Honestly, you guys should just be getting out of there. Your diva is gonna die. If they're smart, they're gonna delay her. So everybody should just be going back to choke. And they don't delay her actually. That's interesting. A thing that they should have done was actually not kill off your diva right away. They should have just like kind of like they had 2 tanks in there, so they should have just body blocked it and just kind of waited her out, delay her death a little bit, so you delay her death a little bit. But they didn't, so that's good. Okay, so what ults are they gonna have? They are gonna have. They have Symmetra, of course, so they're probably gonna put down a teleporter. They have Ana. They have Molten Core. You have. You're close on Nano. Login. That. So you guys decide to go here. In theory, I do like this push. Yeah, in theory, I do like this push actually that you did, because like the whole point of this push was to actually go through here and kill this. However, I don't think you have the comp suited for that. Ideally, right now, I think you should have gone like quad tank or something. Quad tank, I think, is really good against this comp. You could also run Sombra, have Descent, Necessential, have him go Sombra, and you guys like either play around the health pack over here, or go down alley and play around this health pack, and you don't engage them until you have EMP. Once you have EMP, your Sam is going to go invisible. Stay right here and EMP. That's another play. That's another possible play you could do if you know that they're going to run this. I'd recommend trying out running either a Sombra or a quad tank. I haven't seen recently a whole lot of like just pure standard on offense on Hollywood lately from any pro teams or something. Probably because people are just sick of it, but they just like wreck you from that. The only ult they use is Molten Core. So you are about to have Nano, Hog, and Diva. Those are the 3 ults you have, and you're probably gonna get Reinhardt during that. Okay, so ooh, is there a shield break? I don't know. That was a good play. That was a good play. Good job. But I think they have a teleporter. I think they do. I'm not sure about that, actually. Okay, so you guys cap it. So that's good. That's good. You actually took the point really, really well there. That was good on you guys. They are actually all going on high ground right now. Now here's the thing you can do right now. So your diva is actually, I think, about to do it. Your diva is going to go up top, try to boop them off as quickly as possible. Because to be honest, with their comp right now, honestly, they don't all need to be on high ground. I'm actually going to zoom forward a little so you can see the street's face. So, like, they don't all need to be on high ground. The only people who should be on high ground are the Soldier and Ana. Those are the only 2 that need to be on there. Then everybody else should just like kind of set up like right around here. It's like on the street's face on the ground. That way it makes like a disconnect. So like the Ana Soldier up here, then everybody else is down here who's gonna engage them. It kind of makes a disconnect, so you guys have to fight 2 things at once essentially. So they are all on high ground right now, actually. Yeah, your diva, if she had boosters, your diva should have boosted up there and bopped them off. Because they this I mean, in theory, this is fine as long as they drop down on you, but it's not necessarily. It's kind of redundant to have everybody up here when you only really need to have the on a soldier up here. Well, everybody else kind of stands up here, you know? It's kind of redundant, you know? And it just puts them at risk too much. So their diva actually drops down, and they're going to engage on you right now. That was a good Earth Shatter. You don't get any use out of your nano though. Your diva didn't back up there. Your diva just kind of stayed here. You guys actually nanoed your hog, but you guys didn't get any use out of it. To be quite honest, if you're gonna counter nano, you shouldn't play passively right now. You should engage them like that. This is kind of like how you would play that. But you did bait out a few of their ults, I think. Hey, the rocket jump. Okay, I don't know why you're doing a first-person perspective, but again, this Reinhardt should die based upon his health right now. And they also don't have any ults right now. Well, you do. I mean, the only ult you do have, it's kind of the same as before. You do have an ult advantage, but it's not by much. So, you do have sound barrier though, so you do have like 5 seconds longer to kill them, which is good at the beginning of engagement. Gonna get the 5-second buffer. However, you all get debuffed, from what I notice. Yeah, you all get debuffed from that. When you engage them like that, the way how I found is most successful that divas can do, the most successful thing that divas can do is always, 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 either before you engage them or like right as you engage them, you need to know where their Ana is. Where is their Ana anyway? I think their Ana is like over here or something. But like you always need to know where their Ana is. And Nova, while you run at them, and also while you engage them, you can actually just hold your right click in the direction of the Ana. Because if she gets a good grenade on you guys, that's like almost a lost fight right there. Unless you just completely out ult them. Yeah, their Ana's down here. So they're gonna go reset. And they also stagger the diva, so that's good. They I don't think they had time to reset up. So they're all gonna hold down here. Rip. You guys are full 6 right now. Wait, are you? No, you're not. Okay, so you guys are gonna go on cart. You engage with that. However, they completely out ult to you. There, but they kind of counter your ults. To be quite honest, I kind of want to go over that fight again and see what ults you have and kind of see what you could have done differently. Okay, so this was like, let's see. You're about to engage them. All right. So, to be honest, during this engagement, I think the ults that you had 5 ults by the way, and they also have 5 ults, but the ults that they don't necessarily have a they actually have 2 counters to a nano hog and a nano visor. So Like, to be honest, out of the two of those that you could have done, you honestly could have tried to do a nano visor and send like and try to get control of high ground and then do it. Because sending a nano hog in the middle when you know that they have shatter is not necessarily the smartest idea. Because you are all playing on the ground right now, and you know that they have shatter. And just doing a nano hog, you're gonna give them ample opportunity to shatter you. So that's just a thought. So the right play, like I said again, is to try to actually get control of high ground. Try to get your diva to contest the people up here. Then then and if you're able to get control of that, because you do have a minute 40 left, so you do have time to set this up. You can get your nano soldier on there. Now, if you did this, the amount of time that it would take to get that up, if your Reinhardt is playing smart, like plays like right around here, and just a few fire strikes, he'll actually be able to get his ult here. And what he'll be able to do is actually like a really good play where you actually don't even need to use a nano visor. You could actually just use you could actually use a hog ult to break the shield, followed by a shatter, and if needed, use a diva ult. Just doing that, you pretty much have a really good chance of winning the fight there. So that's just a thought of what you could have done instead of just doing a nano visor. I mean, a nano hog right on the ground here when you should know that they have shatter. Those are just the minor things that you need to look out for. And again, you barely get any usage out of all these ults. You all just kind of like you knew that you had these ults, but you all just kind of like threw them in there. You know, there wasn't much planning going in there. From what I saw, you guys just like walked through there, did a nano hog, that was it. That's not really much of a plan. Like when you know that they have counters to your, your to like what your plan or like most of the combos you can do. You know that they have like good counters to it. You want to try to change up your plan to try to play around those counters. And you guys lose this fight because of that. Or at least I believe you lose this fight. Yeah, you do. So that honestly was just poor planning on your part. Now, to your credit, they did use every single one of their ults during that. So that's like you should be pretty happy about that. But you also used almost all your ults except for D.Va. So your D.Va's gonna get staggered. So you're probably gonna engage them at around. You're probably actually gonna start engaging them at around one at like 40 seconds or something. You do have ult advantage right now, so honestly, you just need to fight them. In this situation, just go through mid, fight them. Your D.Va actually isn't here, so you shouldn't be engaging them right now. But like right as you engage them, not before you engage them, but as you engage them, you throw your D.Va bomb like over here or something. This should be your plan in this fight because you only have 50 seconds. All right. I don't see a reason why your D.Va decide to go up here. When you have this, when your D.Va actually has ult and stuff, your I don't really understand why your D.Va went up here. You should have just like tried to engage them. Have your D.Va use her D.Va bomb. When she gets back a mech, then she engages the Ana and stuff. She like routinely when your D.Va engages the Ana, she gets put to sleep. So yeah. And honestly, You didn't get any usage out of your diva ult there. You didn't get any usage out of it. And honestly, I just think that your diva did the really not so smart play of engaging that Ana when honestly you should have all just deathballed right here, engage them, and like right as like you start engaging them, you then throw your ult. You don't want to when you're a diva player. Here's a rule of thumb: you don't want to throw your ult before you engage them. You throw your ult as you engage them. So because like if you throw your ult before you engage them, they're gonna have just that much little bit more time to prepare and or like find hiding spots for this. While if you do it as you engage them, they don't only have to worry about the diva bomb, but they have to worry about your team. So honestly, I think if you guys actually did that play, you could have actually won that fight and pushed the cart just a little bit farther. But now you only have like 20 seconds. Honestly, just like stay grouped up for like at least like 7, like at least 5 more seconds just to have as many people in here and then you engage them. 10 seconds is plenty of time to get from here to here. Alright. Alright, get in there. Again, now, like, because now, like, since it's basically overtime, you really should be worrying a lot about, like, you don't really have enough time to plan that out. You just have to get in there and try to win the fight, or just, like, force your way in there. And they just out-ult you. Damn, that was a good default. XD. Alright. Yep, so, that's it for the Hollywood match. I think I'm going to review the next match as well, so I'll do that in the next vid though.